Breaking down this morning, it is Wednesday, that's right. And boy, do we have a busy Wednesday. We'll call it Wendy Wednesday because Wendy Lewis did a press conference yesterday where she spoke about an experience she had at EBC as it relates to special voting. We'll get to that in about a couple minutes. Take a break, come back, take some calls. We have Acting Sergeant Greenwich, of course, behind the badge. Then we have some little housing that took place, a little housing development that Faris Al-Rawi has been distributing keys to. We'll take a look at that, and then we get to Pastor John, and that's your Wednesday. Tomorrow, Chef will be in. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have a couple guests. Janice Lemon Cricky will be here, or Janice Cricky Lemon. Listen, it's always getting mixed up. And I'm also supposed to have a guest here who is coming in. They have a little fundraiser. They're trying to raise some funds for Pandemonium Panyard. All right, so let's get cracking. Newsday this morning, as we say good morning to all watching Synergy TV, watching Breaking Down all across the globe. Hayden, Miami, good morning, my brother. All right, Mr. Achong, good morning to you too. All right. Oh gosh, boy, it have a little girl. I'm trying to remember your little girl name, you know. Soleil. Is Soleil, boy? I was on my way home yesterday and a vehicle pulled up here. I know I forget the name, you know, boy. Oh God, you see the name of this guy, remember? I think it's Soleil, you know. Moms, message me on 327-7400. I want to make sure I get your daughter's name correct. Nice little girl, you know. The mother pull up, Stefan! I go across the road and here she starstruck, eh? She don't come from some real class, this little girl. But I say, boy, you're number one. She can't leave home without watching Breaking Down. I say, wait, boy. All right, so good morning to you. All right, and I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday, and of course, I hope you're ready to go again today. All right, so news this morning, CXC makes major shift in subjects, CSEC and CAPE revised. Al-Rawi says Jeremy has lost his way. I wonder if Victor Roberts and Larry Lala lost their way too. As people jump ship and switch to the next side, they lost their way. But that had to go both ways, right? Nice. Oh, good Lord. Jeremy says, I'm scared for Trinidad and Tobago. Titi Post says, Polka delivery begins. Oh God, we'll get to all of this. 4 state emergency detainees in court on gang-related charges. Cops kill homeless man in Sando. No bail for alleged 6-gang leader Tyson. Urla must wait for court's ruling on PSC suspension challenge. Businessman Alan Warner to appeal as judge reverses defamation ruling against newspaper. Judge declines to strike out judgment in Kennedy Richards Jr.'s defamation claim. Kamala says no other leader compares to me. Saboteurs hit UNC and PNM Maruga candidates. Relative charged with UK businessman's kidnapping. PEP leader demands apology from Gary Griffith over alleged social statements. Princess Tong man freed of kidnapping and assault charges. It's all happening. Munilal says SOE was a failure, right? And those are some of the headlines in the paper. That's as far as I'll go. All right, we're 6 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. I want to speed things along this morning. And to do so, I just want to tell you about Olive's House real quick. So we're going to get to some of these ad-libs in and out. And we will start with Olive's House as we usually do. So Olive's House, senior care facility located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. And of course, we're talking about beautiful facility, spacious main area, full living and dining rooms, fully equipped medical wards, assisted living quarters, and that comes with all required amenities. And we're talking comfort, freedom of movement, support to your loved ones in their senior years, operated 24/7 by a staff of professional qualified geriatric personnel, hot meals prepared daily, and that is in accordance with specified dietary requirements. So give them a call today on 232-6367, 291-7919, or 374-4165. You can also check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Chef will be in tomorrow to tell you about the courses that's starting on the 26th of April, the Creative International Cuisine, the Certificate in Culinary Arts, and the cake decorating. Payment plan, job opportunities, all available. Check out Chef and start to get your cooking on, man. And you can do so by calling him. The number is on the screen, 3724639 or 7375097. And Flow, yeah, Flow, man. When we're talking about safety, you understand? You don't have to call no SOE on your house. All you have to do is remember that Flow is there for you. No matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro, a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4. That's right, $4 dineros a day. So visit Flow in store or online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. And I also want to remind you guys about J&P. All right, before we move further, J&P Pest Control. J&P Pest Control Limited, they are experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. Armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, J&P Pest Control's professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. And for a free inspection and quotation, that's right, free inspection and quotation, you can contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. And you can also call the office on 227-0835. That is 227-0835. You can also WhatsApp them on 250-8397. That is 250-8397. You can email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and get started and let them shield your home or business from pesky pests. And finally, do not forget to get registered for Run Stefan Run, May 25th. We headed out to QRC at 6 a.m. We are doing two charities this year, the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Cuba Children Crisis Center. Get registered now on trinbagoevents.com. You can contact 345-3380 or 482-5531 for more details. I'm keeping it short this morning. And right about now, after we went through all of that, I want to take you to what Wendy Lewis said yesterday at that press conference. It's a bit long, so we're going to play it. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back, take a few calls, as much as we could squeeze in, and then we'll get to Acting Sergeant Greenwich. Take me to Wendy Lewis.
Thank you very much, Dr. Munilal. Good afternoon to our opposition leader, Mrs. Kamala Prasad-Bissessa, and everyone under the sound of my voice. My name is Wendy H. Lewis, and yesterday I would have witnessed, in my capacity as special polling agent for the United National Congress and the constituency of San Fernando East, which I agreed to oversee as campaign manager for John Michael Alibokas, the UNC candidate. I would have witnessed the signing of ballots for special voters. I arrived yesterday at 8:45 a.m. The returning officer, Mr. David Batu, greeted me and advised that I would be called in at 9 a.m. As I entered, I was led to a row of tables with Mr. David Batu, the returning officer, 2 independent officers, 3 assistants who weren't named, Mr. Michael Mohammed, representative for the People's National Movement, and Mr. Gill, a representative for the Patriotic Front. Mr. Mohammed stated he attended the opening of the ballot boxes on Saturday, the 12th of April, to which I was not informed. I asked Mr. Batu why wasn't I notified, who stated that it was out of his hands as the EBC is responsible for notifying the relevant parties. Mr. Gill also stated that he was not notified. Therefore, out of the 3 candidates for San Fernando East, only the PNM was present on that Saturday. We were then advised of the administrative process by Mr. Batu and given a list of 390 special voters. Mr. Mohammed left at 9:20 a.m. The process which followed included the initialing of 390 ballot papers in alphabetical order by the returning officer, which was referenced by the main list of special voters, then passed to one of the assistants who placed the ballot paper in a small brown envelope. The small envelope mentioned was then placed in another brown envelope. The larger envelope was then sealed by one of the assistants. The other assistant then compiled in batches of 25 with an elastic band and then placed in a box. I witnessed the process of all 390 envelopes, which utilized just over 3 ballot books out of 10. At 12:50 p.m., upon completion, Mr. Batu requested a white piece of paper. He then asked all present to sign the blank sheet of paper, claiming it is the seal for the box. I interjected and stated, "Why are we being asked to sign a blank sheet of paper?" Mr. Batu replied, "That's for the seal." I replied, "Excuse me, this is not my first rodeo. The document should state the process just completed, and we sign under the said document confirming." He replied, "We ain't have that form." I replied, "That is impossible. Surely this is not your first rodeo." The form is called an A45 form, which is the legal accompaniment for the content in the box, which then goes to the EBC. One of the independent witnesses showed the EBC guide with an example of the said A45 form, which I described. "You do not have an A45 form," is what I asked. I said, "Okay." The assistant then walked over to the right of the room and miraculously raised the box and retrieved the said A45 form. We all signed as it was the correct form, and we were seemingly getting ready to seal the box. As we signed the document, Mr. Batu held it in his hand and then refused to sign the said box in our presence. Mr. Gill from the Patriotic Front then asked, "What happens to the remaining ballot books?" Mr. Batu replied, "We send that up the road separately." I interjected again. I said, "What's the destination of the remaining ballot books?" Mr. Batu replied, "The EBC." I then said, "If the box is heading to the EBC, then surely the unused ballot books can go in the sealed box for accountability and transparency." Mr. Batu's staff member, a gentleman who arrived at 12:15 p.m., attempted to justify the separation of the items in question and refused to place the unused books in the box to be sealed and stated, "The box will get sealed." We were subsequently dismissed, and they stated the process is over. Myself and Mr. Gill would have left at 1:15 p.m. I immediately called my election agent and attorney, Mr. Kent Samuel, who was not available at the time. I called the other UNC attorneys and representatives and relayed what would have transpired. I made a call to a contact at the EBC and stated that this is not acceptable and heads will roll. In 3 minutes, at 3:15 p.m., I received a call from the said Mr. Batu, suggesting I return to witness the seal of the box, to which I simply replied, "Noted." I wanted to really soak in what I was being told. I called him back and asked, "What sense does that make? You asked us to sign the A45 form under false pretense, insinuating that you were about to seal the box, which you would never allow to take place. I do not know what would have taken place in the last 2 hours." Mr. Batu apologized, stating he was flustered. I replied, "Noted" again. He then asked if I do not trust the process. I replied, "Human beings fail daily. I trust God." I received 6 calls repeatedly, which I chose not to answer, as I am guided by UNC attorneys. I then sent Mr. Batu the following message via WhatsApp. "Good afternoon, Mr. Batu. Due to the hours between me leaving your office, which was 1:20 p.m., and the time you've requested me to return, 3:20 p.m., the legal team of the party has advised that I do not return to witness what should have been done in my presence initially. After we signed the form in anticipation of the box being sealed, the sealing of the said box was denied until 2 hours later. I am guided by our legal team and I would not be returning. I also note your apology where you stated you were a bit flustered, hence the issue. I am not surprised by any of which I just stated. I would have witnessed special voters process in the past. The call on behalf of my candidate, Mr. John Michael Alibokas, is for the immediate removal of the returning officer. Thank you very much, Dr. Monilal. Good afternoon.
All right. So, sorry about that, we cut a little bit there. So they're calling for the immediate removal of the officer. All right? And obviously, there has to be an investigation into this. And I'll tell you why before we go to the break. At no point in time, now Wendy Lewis is formerly of the PNN, right? She's also one of the PNN people that have gone over to the UNC. She is seasoned, a seasoned campaigner in elections, okay? And when you listen to that, at no point in time did she use the word alleged. At no point in time did she hesitate to call names. And she gave an account of the time that every incident took place. Somebody doesn't come out and say something in a press conference, calling names, not alleging, and with a proper account of everything and how it transpired. Unless that is how it transpired. So I see that on the Guardian front page this morning, it is big and bold on the front page headline. I went through the entire news there. I did not see any mention of this. I do not know what is in the Express. But we're going to take a break. And when we return, we'll take a few calls before we get to Greenwich. Stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
At the age of 12 years old, I attended Bishop Anstey High School. At the time, I didn't have access to a laptop and my mom couldn't afford it. But thankfully to the UNC government, I was able to have access to one, and it was so much easier to not have to worry about sending in my assignments on time. And I'm so grateful. Thanks, Auntie Cams. When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Whether we are on the road or in a fest, we're sure to mash it up. Cause we bring the energy, that's who we be. We party till we jump. Hey, until I yeah, my God, you ready for this one? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. I see people, plenty people. I see people, VIP people.
The best buys and best savings just got even better at JTA Supermarkets. Eve Premium Chunk Tune and Vegetable Oil and Water, 4.9 ounces, 3 for $19.99. Fruit Juice Drink, 1 liter, 2 for $19.99. Eve Sweetened Condensed Filled Milk, 385 grams, 3 for $24.99. Brunswick Mackerel, 425 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Tomato Ketchup Spouch, 750 ml, 2 for $19.99. Brunswick Sardines and Soya Oil, 106 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Macaroni, 400 grams, 3 for $19.99. Cara Coconut Milk Powder, 50 grams, 4 for $19.99. Flavorite Ice Cream, 3.2 liters, 2 for $99.99. Carlton's Choice Bathroom Tissue 12-pack, $19.99. Plus many more items, specials valid until April 6, 2025. JTA Supermarkets, where your total bill always costs less.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered
now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stephen Reese Production on Facebook for more info. What proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. I remember you. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Hey, it's me, Nigel Frame Fabian. Long time no see. I am inviting you to buy a Presentation College San Fernando 3-car raffle ticket. Your contribution will go a long way.
Presentation College San Fernando's 3-car raffle.
What's our blessing?
The deadline for ticket purchase is Wednesday, 16th April. Tickets are only $100, and with each chance, you get a shot at cruising in luxury. 3 brand new MG motorcars, courtesy Massey Motors, up for grabs. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com. Teachers, pupils, parents, alumni members. Also, Dominican Bookstore in St. Pitbus, Bobby's Bar Curep, Mirage Westside Arima, JTA Supermarkets nationwide, Christina Shoes nationwide, Bellini Drugs, Ateliers by the Bar, 519C3 Mall, Sion's Royal Road, Ramsing Sports Cuba and Chaguanas, Sona Jewelers, Chaguanas and Pinal, all Extra Foods, all Cost Cutter Supermarkets, all Police Credit Union branches, in Accessorima and Port of Spain, Disco Mart Tunapuna, Jumbo Foods Barataria, all Kenny Sports Stores, Legends Bar Point Forte, Crosby St. James, Simon's Musical, Board Street, Cinnamon Drugs, Sangre Grande, WAC Radio, Mart's Liquor Palace, Ego Martin Main Road, Southern Food Basket, Coffee Street, San Fernando. The deadline for ticket purchase is Wednesday, 16th April.
For more info, call 752-9758 or 652-2311.
All funds in aid of school upgrade. Presentation College San Fernando's brand new 3-car raffle.
Anytime you see this one consistent, we go be the last man standing. From the time we shake up the band, watching people them start to jam, we'll be the last man standing. From the time we reach on the stage, we all mash up everything now. Everything go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. The whole party go mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. Just call me Mr. Mash Up. Everything I get mash up. When I touch the stage, I make the people put their hands up. Yeah, you know we jam rock. That is how we.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Hey!
all you let we go Vincy Mass this year. I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive parties, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch. It's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mass is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mass this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mass 2025!
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Every day citizens are being burdened. Central bank data shows price increases from 2015 to 2024. Bread and cereals, 39.8% increase. Meats, 45.7% increase. Milk, cheese and eggs, 31.7% increase. Butter, margarine and edible oils, 66% increase. That is the legacy of this PNM government.
Time to rise up, TNT. Vote UNC.
That was a paid political advertisement.
All right, people, so we're back on breaking number 28 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. We got just about 5 minutes to take some calls. So you all keep it short and sweet. Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Boy, I love that woman, Miss Lois. She reminds me of Motley. Because I personally don't trust the EBC and I don't trust the PNM. Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. I like that. Short. I like that. He does it, and that's it. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is you with the EBC, and sometimes these things coming up in the last not couple of years, some years now, I realize it's kind of increasing, and I think you could believe either side of this situation, because EBC made a statement yesterday. I think that the Guardian would have had something. The EBC made a short statement on this. Mm-hmm. And what I've observed is that a lot of these issues with EBC have been litigated in the courts. And it have lawyers on the both sides. And me personally thinking that if there's something, the court, when something goes wrong legally, and I think the UNC have some of the brightest lawyers in this country, some of the most brilliant lawyers. If it has something, they will unearth it. And they wouldn't take 10 years to unearth it. They will unearth it. And I looking on and telling myself, the court is the place to deal with these things. Everybody will have the opinion and believe either side for one reason or the other. Right. But the court is the place for this, and that is the place to expose all of this.
All right.
So if there's something wrong.
No problem.
And so far, nothing has been exposed this far of any wrongdoing of the EBC. That is.
Well, that's your opinion. But thanks a lot. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think that's a fact. I wouldn't say that's a fact. But
the court hasn't found them.
Yeah, but I have limited time to take some calls. But I understand what you're saying. All right, don't ignore us. I understand what you're saying, but we could debate that. Morning. We could debate that, my brother, but I'm trying to keep it rolling this morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Let's keep it running.
Go ahead.
Court is, it takes too long. Anything happen with Emailgate? Listen, if something is wrong, it is wrong, all right? And the point is, who signs a blank piece of paper?
Exactly.
Who signs a blank piece of paper? They teach you that while you're crawling. Do not sign anything.
A blank piece of paper?
You understand? You can't just sign a blank sheet of paper just like that.
And
nobody does it.
And the officer's excuses, or Mr. Batu, or whatever his name is that he's flustered. Well, if you're flustered, my brother, then this is not the job for you.
Well, yes, let him be perplexed and flustered or whatever. And this, my dear friends, is the reason why we need international observers. Okay, I go on, bye.
Cool, thanks a lot. And that's the other thing that I want to tell the caller before. You can't say that. I wouldn't say that as a fact, because in the last election, we had neither international or CARICOM observers. and it had ballots that were thrown all in the bush. It had videos, it had all kind of thing went on. Morning.
Hey, Stefan, good morning.
Morning.
You remember one of your callers yesterday raised that issue relative to the special ballots?
Yeah, I remember we had some
Stefan,
callers calling and they were questioning certain things with the special voting. And I told them, I said, look, I can't speak on that because I really don't know. And now this comes out.
Stefan, this is very uncanny. You know that, in my view, it is very suspicious. And how many more persons will they have to, release in inverted commas from EBC? For this Stefan, something is wrong. It's like, I find Stuart Young should resign and concede defeat. Okay, Stefan, you
I
take
know
care.
about that, no? They're going down battling. All right. I remember there was a video with a woman who apparently works at the EBC, and she was caught in an interview saying, she supports the PNM, but the EBC took action and they removed her. Hello, good morning. Yeah, what's up?
While there is discrepancies with the sealing of the box, with a close election, what about the witnessing of the actual ballot itself, whether it was mail-in or who dropped it in or what happened? So we don't know what happened with the actual ballots that went, because in a close election, a small number could make a difference, and that could be part of the strategy that PNM is working with the EBC. It is alleged might be able to give them that victory they're looking for. So we also have to witness the ballots itself, whether it's mail-in or otherwise.
Okay.
Another issue for them to look at.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll take I'll take one more. If this one quick, I'll try to squeeze one more, but I feel this is the last call. Hello, good morning for now.
Stefan, morning. Stefan, once again, you see how the PNM tentacles just operate? Understand? These are till it's time for the PNM to take a sabbatical from electoral politics. But Stefan, one thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Could you give back Mr. Jared Small, candidate X, we had on television, and to come and explain to us what is going on with him and the place that he get put out from, that the party supposed to be renting from somebody? I mean, I'm going to call him or have a fair idea, you know what you're talking about?
I know what it is you're talking about.
Right? Yeah. Due to respect, I ain't calling on him, but I would like for you to get him back to explain what is going on for Winner, please. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah. But that ain't going to be till after election. All right? He was already on. He chose not to speak about it that morning. He said he was doing a press conference. He gave the information in a press conference. I'm going to have him on to talk on that again. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
Stefan, we in this country really is a special type of people. You know? You know, anywhere else in the world, something like this happen is mayhem in this country with something like that. And remember this, the last election, this happened with Ian Atlee and Faris Alawi, where they saw them going into the EBC office with brown envelopes. And secondly, that area is a marginal seat. And there are a lot of special voters, especially the offshore system. A lot of people from that area that's be special voters, that's be voting in that constituency.
Okay.
All these are things where it's very easy for something like this to happen. Have a good morning, sir.
All right, man, no problem. All right, so with that, we got to take a break. When we come back from the break, we will have Acting Sergeant Greenwich on. There are a few policing matters that we need to discuss. We're going to discuss that when we return. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Businesses win with lower taxes. Families win with no property taxes. You will win with dialysis clinics. Families will win when we give them legal firearms to defend their home. And the senior citizens will win of having doctors visit senior citizens in their homes. Our children will win with laptops, textbooks, expanded gate, and scholarships.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic. negativity, bad luck permanently and gives good luck and lifelong protection, then call Priest Santoshji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years and over with upfront interest. Contact our central office at 238-6716 or our San Fernando office at 242-9944. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Invest today and watch your investment work for you.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Greta, Patrice Roberts, Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bijan Easy Color for Men. Bijan's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bijan Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
Whether we are on the road or in a fence, we're sure to mash it up. Cause we bring the energy, that's who we mean. We party till we jump. Hey, Larry. Yeah, man, God. You ready for this one? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. I see people, plenty people. I see people, VIP people.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531 or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. All proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both with foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
The best buys and best savings just got even better at JTA Supermarkets. Eve Premium Chunk Tune and Vegetable Oil and Water, 4.9 ounces, 3 for $19.99. Fruit or juice drink, 1 liter, 2 for $19.99. Eve Sweetened Condensed Filled Milk, 385 grams, 3 for $24.99. Brunswick Mackerel, 425 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Tomato Ketchup Spouch, 750 ml, 2 for $19.99. Brunswick Sardines and Soya Oil, 106 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Macaroni, 400 grams, 3 for $19.99. Cara Coconut Milk Powder, 50 grams, 4 for $19.99. Flavorite Ice Cream, 3.2 liters, 2 for $99.99. Carlton's Choice Bathroom Tissue 12-pack, $19.99. Plus many more items, specials valid until April 6, 2025. JTA Supermarkets, where your total bill always costs less.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Healthy hair starts with Shamir. Restore starved, damaged, dropping hair with Shamir herbal hair products. Formulated scientifically with aloe, ratchet, and panthenol for growth and nourishment. Shamir.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. We're 15 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. We got Acting Sergeant Greenwich with us this morning via Zoom. We're going to chat with him for the next 15 minutes. Bring him in now. Greenwich, what's going on, man?
Good morning, Stefan. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right.
Pleasure to be here.
Good to see you again, man. I know Pitt was on last week.
Yes, he was.
And this is the return of Greenwich. All right. Greenwich has always end up in the hot seat, you know.
Yeah, story of my life.
A story of your life. Yeah, boy. Story of your life, my brother. We out to the SOE, and very quickly here, I think, I don't need you to comment on this. This is my statement. This is not the statement of Acting Sergeant Greenwich. But I think some of the senior officers in the TTPS, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where they head at. Could you give me the Benjamin headline? Yeah, with the Benjamin first. TTPS reports decrease in murder and other serious crimes. Now, I'm just going to read part of this. Greenwich, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has reported a notable decline in violence and property crimes so far in 2025 compared to the same period last year. And Acting Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin and Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police Kurt Simon shared these updates during a press briefing at the Police Administration Building in Port of Spain Tuesday afternoon. Benjamin stated that the murder rate for the year currently stands at 113 compared to 160 for the same period. Well, they're saying in 2023. I don't know if it's 2024 they meant or if it's 2023 they're really comparing it to. Shootings and woundings have decreased from 209 to 145. Robberies have declined from 750 to 475. And motor vehicle thefts have dropped from 375 to 194. Now, here's the thing, Benjamin attributed the reductions to the efforts of the TTPS and support from other national security agencies and said that the country was also under a state of emergency for that period. Okay? And he went on to say, he described the crime situation as under control and emphasized that the force is committed to reinforcing strategies to ensure continued public safety. All right, you can take that down. So, Acting Commissioner of Police says and describes the crime situation as under control. 113 murders in a state of emergency. Right? I'm not looking at the comparisons because you can't compare, to me, normal business versus adjusted business in terms of a state of emergency. I understand that the TTPS also said that they learned a lot during the state of emergency. I think that the biggest lesson out of the state of emergency is that a state of emergency is absolutely of no value, real value, unless you have a curfew. You could agree with me or you could differ, but I'm looking at the statistics, I'm hearing the term under control. Yet, we have some headlines here, and when I'm done here, you'll get all the opportunity to respond. Greenwich, just give me 1 more minute here, Greenwich, 1 more minute. Give me the LSE Plaza. Gunmen rob Häagen-Dazs in LSE Plaza. Give me the next headline. Just go through them. Thieves steal barrels of gas from Erin police station. Go ahead. Give me the next one. Bandits hit KFC and Starbucks. Give me the next one. Fridge stolen from Karani daycare. Give me the next one. Argument over money in Siparia ends in stabbing. We have any more? That's it. Okay. Now, Greenwich. I know that the TTPS is trying to get the crime situation under control. I do not believe that at this present point in time, given those statistics coming out of the SOE, that the acting commissioner could say with confidence that the crime situation is actually under control. Now that the SOE is over, and now we will see if the party start. Go ahead.
Hear me?
Over to you, Greenwich. Over to you. Oh, you're not hearing me? Why are you not hearing me?
I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, you hear me now? What I was saying is, I know that the TTPS is trying to get crime under control. I do not agree with the acting commissioner stating that it is under control coming out of the SOE with the statistics that they gave. And now that the SOE is over, we have to wait and see if the party now start and what is going to happen from here.
Stefan, whether it's good, there is better. And as ASP Pitt indicated last week, one murder is a murder too many.
Right.
Right. So my humble opinion is the state of emergency would have assisted us in probably somewhat managing the issue. But as you rightfully said, the test of it all will be post SOE, right? We have been out there toiling, and of course, where there is good, as I said before, there is better. So there's always room for improvement.
Okay, but what has the TTPS? I understand that the senior heads are saying that they have learned from this period, and they will be using what they learned moving forward in order to get these criminal elements under control. And that's what I'm saying. To say that crime is under control when you're looking at 113 murders in a SOE, to me, is a high degree of overconfidence. Either that, or I don't know. It's, to come to the public and say that to me, I can't accept that. I don't think it's under control. I think that you as senior police officers, or even you as an officer representing the TTPS this morning, I just think that the more responsible thing to tell, and I really don't like to use that word these days, irresponsible. It's being thrown around like, you know what I mean. But I think a better statement from the TTPS would have been to say, listen, during the SOE, We had 113 murders, which is unacceptable. We don't want to make any comparisons, because I think comparing these numbers, it creates a false narrative to a certain extent. How you respond to that?
It's all about context, eh? It's all about context, right? Additionally, as I indicated before, one murder is a murder too many, right? When the statement is being made that we would have learned a lot, it may not necessarily have been out of the operations, but it could be under the context in terms of intelligence gathering, as to having a wider scope as to the day-to-day operation of these criminal elements.
Okay.
Right. So it all boils down to context.
Okay.
Right.
And I love context, and I understand where you're coming from. I actually agree with you there. Intelligence, surveillance, certain other aspects of policing that maybe the public will not see in plain sight is something that I guess the TTPS would have improved on, or I would like to hope that they improved on.
The same way crime and criminality is evolving, we too have to evolve, and to do that, we have to have a better understanding as to how these elements operate.
Right. But in terms of everything else that I just showed you there, I mean, we're seeing, I don't know, because it looks to me, or it seems to me, like bandits starting to hit some little high-end places now. We're talking about Häagen-Dazs. That ain't no cheap place to go. You understand? That is expensive ice cream, you know. Starbucks, expensive coffee, you know. KFC, been hit as well. So I'm looking at the caliber of places that these bandits holding up now. These are places that you would like to think
it seems to be
when you visit it have security.
Right, so it seems to be a new trend, and of course, as I indicated prior, when the criminals evolve and try new tactics, it is up to us now to adapt and improve our quality of service to the public.
Right.
So I'm certain that that undertaking is already on the way.
But let me ask you something. In terms of those type of business, these are big franchises, right? These are big franchise business.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So you would think that the kind of money that they make, because of the kind of status that they have, because of the quality of product that they provide, I would have thought that maybe their security in terms of presence would have been, you know, a little more visual. But when you really check it out, a lot of these places, they really don't have no big set of security, you know, standing up by no door, no armed security in terms of securing the workers and the premises and that kind of thing, you know. They may have a lot of security cameras and technology, but the actual presence of some level of security there is absent.
So from without evidence to prove what is being said presently, I don't think it is wise for me to.
You wouldn't say so. No, I'm asking. No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying that given the status of certain businesses, you would expect certain levels of security, right? And I'm saying that, you know, from a TTPS standpoint, in terms of what we've seen occurred or occurring at these places, you know, maybe some wise advice is to up your security.
Right. So, Stefan, through the community-oriented policing section, we have done several sensitization workshops with businesses to guide them in terms of how to improve their vigilance, their security, and so on, right? And we'll continue to do so. We have done so with several organizations who transport goods and services via trucks as well, advising the drivers and edifying them in terms of how to improve their situational awareness.
Right.
How to treat with, if God forbid you end up in a robbery, right? It may not be wise to look at the clothing. Clothing can change.
Yeah.
Right. You look for scars, you look for tattoos, you look for something permanent that it will be possible to remove, to be able to positively identify the perpetrators at some point later on, if they are detained.
Right.
Right. We have been doing our part in terms of going out and sensitizing businesses as to how to treat with these issues.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
The overall security of the businesses would, of course, fall in squarely on the shoulder of the management.
Of course.
The executive of these businesses, right? And a lot of them would do have both overt and covert security measures.
Right.
Right. So we may say we haven't identified a security personnel in the institution or in the business, but chances are the person may be there covertly.
Well, I understand that, but we had to work with the understanding that bandits do scope places before they rob it,
Of course.
Right, and they may visit. If a group of people want to rob a place, they will scope it for a couple days, to the point where the person practically becomes a regular face coming in. They will walk in and dance and buy ice cream. If you understand what I'm saying, they will buy ice cream, sit down and eat it there, watch the running, see who are wrong, scope the whole place, and then come back a week later and rob it. You know that.
Of course.
Right.
And,
so I'm saying, my point is, right? Greenwich?
Yes, I'm here.
My point is to you, right? I'm looking at the situation. I just go to LSE Plaza, right? I mean, Scotiabank, that's my bank. That's where I just go to, right? So I just go to LSE Plaza. So when I drive in LSE Plaza, I know the level of security that LSE Plaza has. And I don't think I've ever seen, or maybe one of them, one or two might be armed. I'm not too sure. But mostly, the ones that are visible are the guys in the car park that direct anywhere to park your car when the mall is busy, right? But outside of that, the presence of serious, when I say serious security, we're talking armed here. Because armed security does serve as a deterrent. It's the same reason why people will say, in terms of crime, they're not seeing the police on the road. So if they're not seeing the police and there's no police presence on the road, people are more likely to break the law. Would you agree on that? Right. So all I'm saying is, if I am a bandit and I'm going to a place to rob it, it's more likely that I'm robbing that place because visibly there is no presence of security to make me think twice. If you understand where I'm coming from now.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
Right, so there is two factions of security, deterrence and detection.
Right.
Right, I believe for businesses, one would more focus and emphasize on deterrence, of course.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they do not want something to happen where you're required to do detection. Right? Armed security comes at a cost. Right? And my mind runs to a fellow colleague in Arima who was shot and killed whilst being armed in a robbery as well.
Right.
Right. So ideally, as I said, further edification and educating these business persons with regards to how to deter the acts from taking place initially is which ought to be the primary function of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service at this time.
Yeah, I think one of the things just before we wrap up here this morning is, for the one in LSE Plaza, right? To me it's a kind of false sense of security too, in terms of I think a lot of places that are located at a mall or a plaza, I don't know if there's this feeling that they're less likely to be victims of a crime.
I think generally that's the feeling of Trinidadians and the whole.
Yeah.
It cannot happen to me.
Yeah.
Right? This will never happen to me, and we are very lax, and we don't focus on scoping our immediate environment. We do not focus on situational awareness because we honestly tell ourselves that this can happen to me. Right? Even sometimes being critical of security officers, even law enforcement, even police at times, when we are out there on the execution of our duties, some of us appear laxed, as though there's no sense of urgency or vigilance.
Right.
As though, nothing cannot happen at this time. And the fact of the matter is, anything can happen at any possible time.
Yeah, correct.
What really saves us is consistency and vigilance.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So that is really the message we need to get out there this time.
Yeah, I mean, just finally, this one on my experience. Just the other night, I went in, I drove into LSE Plaza to use the ATM, and I had a passenger with me, and the passenger, while I was driving in, said to me, "Watch that white car with the 3 men in it, eh?" Now, me and really, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I ain't look and see that it have a white car park up there with and it under some serious tint, eh? You can't see inside the car, do I tell you? And it had three guys in the car. So, you know what I mean? I said, well, I said 3 men in a car park up here. I said, look now, man. Profile the people now. Now, it just so happened that they were waiting on some people to come out of Starbucks, right?
Right.
But, I sit down there and I study it, eh?
What if?
The what if factor.
What if? Yeah.
And then it just kind of reminded me of when I lapsed in front of my house because I was feeling comfortable in my little safe space outside my house in my car. And a man pa gone to bed and take my car. So, I mean, you always have your antenna up.
Situational awareness, you always need to be aware of the immediate surroundings.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
All right. So that's what we want to tell people this morning. Don't let your guard down. SOE is over. But, keep your guard up. And, nothing is wrong to me. Nothing, I think long time, you profile somebody, people tell you, oh, you profile it. Listen, you have to profile everybody these days.
Yeah, because, again, the operations in which these criminal elements are operating, they no longer dress a particular way, they're mixing it up.
Correct.
Right, they're blending in.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to be mindful of that.
All right. So, Greenwich, thanks a lot this morning, man. We're out of time, man. My pleasure, but thanks for joining us, and we're going to chat again soon.
Sure, my pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Be safe.
All right, so with that, people, we want to take a break. Remember, the SOE is over. But I was just, Benjamin said under control. We take a break. When we come back, we'll get back to the phone line. Stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stephen Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
The best buys and best savings just got even better at JTA Supermarkets. Eve Premium Chunk Tune and Vegetable Oil and Water, 4.9 ounces, 3 for $19.99. Fruit or juice drink, 1 liter, 2 for $19.99. Eve Sweetened Condensed Filled Milk, 385 grams, 3 for $24.99. Brunswick Mackerel, 425 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Tomato Ketchup Spouch, 750 ml, 2 for $19.99. Brunswick Sardines and Soya Oil, 106 grams, 2 for $19.99. Swiss Macaroni, 400 grams, 3 for $19.99. Cara Coconut Milk Powder, 50 grams, 4 for $19.99. Flavorite Ice Cream, 3.2 liters, 2 for $99.99. Carlton's Choice Bathroom Tissue 12-pack, $19.99. Plus many more items, specials valid until April 6, 2025. JTA Supermarkets, where your total bill always costs less.
Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit for 5 years and over with upfront interest. Contact our central office at 238-6716 or our San Fernando office at 242-9944. You don't want to miss this great opportunity. Invest today and watch your investment work for you.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Hey, it's me, Nigel Frame Fabian. Long time no see. I am inviting you to buy a Presentation College San Fernando 3-car raffle ticket. Your contribution will go a long way.
Presentation College San Fernando's 3-car raffle.
What's our blessing?
The deadline for ticket purchase is Wednesday, 16th April. Tickets are only $100, and with each chance, you get a shot at cruising in luxury. 3 brand new MG motorcars, courtesy Massey Motors, up for grabs. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com. Teachers, pupils, parents, alumni members. Also, Dominican Bookstore in St. Pittsburgh, Bobby's Bar Curep, Mirage, Westside Arima, JTA Supermarkets nationwide, Christina Shoes nationwide, Bellini Drugs, Ateliers by the Bar, 519C3 Mall, Sion's Royal Road, Ramsing Sports Cuba and Chaguanas, Sona Jewelers, Chaguanas and Pinal, all Extra Foods, all Cost Cutter Supermarkets, all Police Credit Union branches, in Accessorima and Port of Spain, Disco Mart Tuna Puna, Jumbo Foods Barataria, all Kenny Sports Stores, Legends Bar Point Forte, Crosby St. James, Simon's Musical, Board Street, Cinnamon Drugs, Sagre Grande, WAC Radio, Mart's Liquor Palace, Ego Martin Main Road, Southern Food Basket, Coffee Street, San Fernando. The deadline for ticket purchase is Wednesday, 16th April.
For more info, call 752-9758 or 652-2311.
All funds in aid of school upgrade. Presentation College San Fernando's brand new 3-car raffle.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, Powered by Flow. Partnered with All Pro. Inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Introducing Open Minds primary school lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Attention everyone! The Office of the Prime Minister Communications has launched a brand new WhatsApp channel designed to keep you informed and connected like never before. Get real-time updates, breaking news, and important information directly from the source. With our WhatsApp channel, you'll always know what's happening when it's happening. Joining is easy. Use your phone camera, scan this QR code, tap follow, and that's it. You're in. Be sure to tap the notification bell to never miss an update. Stay informed, stay empowered. Join the conversation with the Office of the Prime Minister Communications WhatsApp channel today.
All right, so we're back. Like in here, I tell you, boy, but I not. All right, so I'll tell you what. We're back and we are 13 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock. Just very quickly here before we go further. All right. I just want to remind you guys about Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, limb bagging, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. They do offer consultation services as well in arthritis, diabetes, child counseling, sport injuries, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. You can visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you could give them a call on 640-8985. That is for Trin City. And in Chaguanas, 613-7571. You could also WhatsApp them at 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. That is Eden Heights. Also, I want to remind you guys about Jameson. All right? So, yeah, Jameson. So, boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, all right, such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. All right, so make sure and check out Jameson. And finally, St. Lucia. That's right. St. Lucia has the Jazz and Arts Festival. Opening night is the 30th of April. So I hope you have your tickets. All right, I'll tell you how to get those tickets. But this year's festival promises to be bigger and better than ever before, blending world-class jazz with the rich cultural heritage of St. Lucia. Expect a fusion of music, dance, and visual arts that will captivate your senses and leave you in awe. And the festival will be highlighting the vibrant art scene with exhibitions, performances, and cultural showcases throughout the island. This year, the arts component is truly unique, and you're going to see an incredible collaboration between local and global talents, bringing St. Lucia's creative spirit to life in stunning new ways. So make sure and check them out. And how do you get those tickets? Go to stluciajazzandartfestival.com. All right, and get those tickets today. All right, with that, reminder, get registered for Run Stefan Run, Sunday, May 25th, trinbagoevents.com. Go register there online. Walk-in registration starts next week, Tuesday. I will have to be here, Lord Father. All right. Yeah, I can take that down. They don't know. They know what to do. They know what to do. And the first 200 people get in the polos. All right? I get a call yesterday. I get 2-3 calls. Stefan, I want the polo, you know, I see you register yet? Well, I go register tomorrow. But you sit down there, you're going to be 201. And you ain't getting no polo if it's 201. You're getting it if you're in the first 200. Anyway, Faris Al-Rabi has been doing some work down in San Fernando West where housing is concerned. Run me those clips quick.
Nice, amiga, Shakara.
I am Katia Plato, and I am so grateful to Mr. Alwari for everything he has done to me. Other than a home, because of Mr. Alwari, I am employed today that I could put groceries in this home. So Mr. Alwari, one person that can show it can count out is me. Great! And I said great is the PNM. And
Great
we'll
is the PNM.
prevail.
Great is the
Great is the
PNM. Great is the PNM.
Great is the PNM. I want you to thank you. So thank you.
Tell me you're not impressed that San Fernando is just a spectacular development. Yeah? And tell me you now find it ridiculous that the UNC could be saying that there's no development in San Fernando when this is just the elimination of poverty, the most basic need of people, the need for a home, the most basic dignity you could give, the eradication of squatting, the provision of toilet facilities and bath facilities. This was a mud pit. Before I came here, I identified the land. I got the development done. I'm building houses by the hundreds to affect thousands of people.
Today, you hear plenty old talk in Trinidad. Promises never met. Promises don't keep. You're watching a promise in action today. Can you imagine that this is a compound? It looks like you're going to a resort. It's built with common sense. It's elevated off the ground. It allows for expansion. It allows families to grow. From a governmental side, very simple. This is a governmental policy intended to treat with the most vulnerable people in society.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. I have, Lord Father, 7 minutes to take some calls. We got 7 minutes, people, 7 minutes. All right, all in all, Wednesday does be right. Wednesday a little clustered. But nevertheless, now you have Wendy Lewis in the first hour with the issue at the EBC. You have Faris Al-Rabi with this development in San Fernando West. He said it like a resort. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stephen. Man on the ground here, boy.
Yeah, man on the ground.
Boy, after 9 years, then this man coming and trying to do a kind of, a little, how I say, a political game, because but here what's going on. Them same people who shouting great is the PNM, I saw 9 years ago, them were saying PNM is the worst. But let me tell you something.
Why you gonna say that?
No, because them is the same people who just come up and say PNM can't do nothing, Harari can't do nothing. He's not Harari, you know. He's Shah Rukh Khan, Minister Shah Rukh Khan. You understand? That's what he is. He's the Minister of Shah Rukh Khan. Is giving out houses.
All right. I'm man on the ground. I won't take off you. Only have 7 minutes. Don't do that. It's the man. Hey, morning. The man said, I'm Minister Shah Rukh Khan, yes. Oh, what I lost that one. Yeah, morning, quickly. Oh, God.
Stefan, morning. What is that? Those are houses?
Yes,
It's
yes,
looking
yes.
the ceiling, they have no under ceiling, nothing. It reminds me of the hospital. But anyway,
Oh,
you think
Lord.
Faris will let his children go and play in that?
I
When they
doubt
were
it.
small.
I doubt it. But it's yeah, all right. But it's low-income houses. You know what I mean? It's low-income houses. But morning. I want to
morning.
be fair to you, know. We are morning.
Yeah, morning. This how the call went out to the contractor beginning of the year. Hey, how are you going to put on 100 house quick for me? Right? And then we'll give it out to people quick. We'll make it look like we gain weighting.
Oh, God. All right, cool. We saw all the dread, you know. All the real dread, boy. You see, I will tell you where Faris make the mistake. Eh? Morning.
Hey, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, what we done?
The mouse on stills because it does flood. Full stop. Second, nobody do build a roof like that. You gotta build a ring beam. And the frame for the roof does be on top of the ring beam. It look like you're building the houses the correct way, whatever, not finished. And if the house complete, with windows, doors, electrical and water, well, I can't see the roof of the people. You know why? Because they build the roof wrong.
Oh, okay.
They build the roof wrong.
But I didn't really
stick
look
through
at
wall.
that.
Yeah, watch it over. The frame for the roof, the iron coming through the wall. Right? The frame for the roof must be on top of the wall. After the casting ring beam, to lock the wall, there's have pieces of iron sticking out, so you can wear the frame for the roof, and then cover the roof, and then seal it.
Okay, all right. I now seen you. All right. Yeah, I didn't know.
The person who build them thing, build that roof. No, that must be the first set of roof they ever built in their life.
Okay.
In their life, they must get that. By the way, these houses free condos for squatters. These are free houses.
I do not know.
Because I was sending a link from TTT, where AGC is doing a project like that.
Okay.
Building houses for squatters.
All right.
Okay, you go find out for me now.
Yeah, but no
Watch
problem.
it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Them is first time man building them thing.
Yeah, man.
I gone.
All right. Well, the small contractors getting some work, man. What we go do? I mean, be honest with that. It's hard to be the small contractors getting some work, man. Hello, good morning. Upstairs place, man. Look at the view. Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning. I want to, on the issue of the EBC, right?
Yeah.
I want to make a statement and ask a question in the same breath.
Sure.
What I want to know is, isn't it, maybe one of your callers could call in after me and clear it up for us if they know. Isn't it illegal to be living in one area and voting in another area?
Yes.
Right? And so the statement is, if this is in fact illegal, this election has exposed an issue that probably need to be put into the statute to clear up. Because you cannot call an election with such a short date and then block off. So you tell people you must go before a certain time to change issues in the EBC office and then lock it off in that short space of time. Because when I went to see about my ID card, they actually tell me that I have to vote in an area that I'm not living in. So isn't that, if it is illegal, isn't encouraging me to do that or making me do that aiding and abetting an offense?
I understand exactly where you're coming from because I'm in the same predicament with my ID card.
Well, we need to find out if this could be done and if it, so probably they need to make some law that 6 months, you don't have to announce the election date, but at least 6 months before the election, you should be telling people it is time to start to make changes on your ID card or whatever, so people have a good sick, because the people in the EBC office telling you this wasn't thought through, this election, the calling of this date wasn't thought through well enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I listen off here.
All right, no problem, yeah. All right, I had a hold up there because we got to go to the break at the pass, John. I in the same predicament. My ID card, I sent in this, it's in 2022, I sent in all my documents and everything with my father. My father got his ID card renewed. My own had lost, I had to swear affidavit and thing. but I went to check for it. They tell me to come back with the affidavit because apparently, well, I was waiting on them to call me. That's my fault. Because I really am studying that too now because I'm an operator in my DP. Anywhere I go. So I ain't really bound for my ID card. But now the election call, I said, I'm going to check on your ID card and that kind of thing. So I had to go back and get affidavit and all kind of thing and go in because I had changed address and all kind of thing to do because I used to be Barataria Sour. Now I live in Woodbrook, right? So I in a little quandary there to deal with that with the ID card office. But nevertheless, I saw that out. Let me just get back to the housing here. You know, it's interesting that this came up yesterday. Yesterday I met a gentleman. He's 71 years old. He stopped me in the road. He said, Stefan, I want you to mention something for me. He said, before I did, just mention it on your show now. I said, what happened? He said, when I was working on the port at the age of 21, I applied for a HEC house. He said, I'm 71 years and I never get it yet. I said, you cannot be serious. He said, I'm telling you. At the age of 21 years old, he applied for a HEC house. He was working on the port, a port worker. He's 71 now, and he never got it. He said he fed up send documents to all them minister and them. Well, he called those, short men, you know, that he gave documents to and others. You know, and nothing, right? And he's from down in the West St. James side and that kind of thing. So he see me and he stopped to talk to me yesterday. He also mentioned to me a little situation. He said, well, he going blind, He blind in one eye and he going blind in the next eye. So he tell me, he said, boy, years I trying to get this eye problem solved, boy. He said, I see the minister, he was having a meal. He said, I just walk up to the man, boy, and I say, Minister, I need to get my eyes seen about because I'm blind in one eye and I'm going blind in the next. He said the man buffed me and tell me don't bother him while he eating, yes? Well, I ain't going to tell all who the minister was, but that story should make you shed a tear. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. On this issue here, people are just glad to get a house, any house, right? People want to own their own home. But Faris, that ain't looking like no resort, you know. Don't go and sell people, overselling again. You're telling the people it's looking like a resort. Look, you see me? Let me go to the break and let me get a Pastor John. I ain't able. This politics thing, it's sending up my blood pressure.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
When UNC wins, retirees win, because we will work together to decrease taxes on your retirement benefits and private pensions. When UNC wins, retirees win. They worked hard their whole life and pay tax their whole life, and when you retire, you're still paying tax. We will work to reduce that tax on your pensions and your retirement benefits.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest Santosh Ji 384-3844. That's 384-3844.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531 or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural products number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the royal fish meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Ready to unlock your potential?
Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
And this morning, depression, oh Lord, a lot of people suffering from it, and let's see what we could do to cure it or to assist with it. Pastor John, over to you. Depression.
Yes, so let me first say that our bodies have the ability to heal itself, and statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, care, or prevent any disease. Bipolar disorder is a name that first appeared. We first saw it in 1957 for severe mental illness. But before that, the same illness was called manic depression. Manic depression was named back as early as 1921. And so much millions of people in America, millions upon millions of people in America, it's diagnosed with depression. Also, there is millions of people today walking the street and you don't even know that they are depressed. So I come to tell someone, even, everyone know I'm Pastor John, even the psalmist David and many people in the Bible suffer from depression. For those who are Bible people could read Psalms 42 verse 5 and they will see where David suffered from depression. And let me say in the next 60 seconds before I can answer a question, a valley of depression is that experience that challenge your faith, shake your confidence, weakness your spirit, and dashes all your hopes. When you go through a valley, you begin from a high plane and you start to go down to the lowest point in your life. When times are tough and you cannot see a way, I am telling you, that could be a depression. When you look for help, but you get hurt, I am saying to you today, perhaps you in that depression state could drive you to depression. When you look for pleasure and only get pain, perhaps you could enter into depression. And when you seek satisfaction and you only get sorrow, that could drive you to depression. So, because of the dysbiosis because of too much inflammation in the system, chronic inflammation, create an imbalance because the gut and the brain communicate with each other. And when you begin to get stressed and the acidity and the walls of your brain the serotonin is not functioning correctly, the hippocampus, you're in a state of depression. That's why plant life give life. Everything I'm talking about you today, anybody can call me and ask me for the ingredients if they don't want to buy it and say, you know something, that man talking nonsense, I don't want to buy nothing from him. But I could give you the ingredients and you could go and shop at the farmer's market and buy it. If you want it simple, I could give it to you. I am giving you the sugar blocker phyto power pack Like, by the way, your stuff is in Trinidad already, so they should be bringing it for you in the next few days.
Okay.
Yeah, your stuff arrived. I was told it arrived. All right?
Right.
So maybe by the end of the week, by Friday or so, you should get it.
All right, nice one.
Yes. So what today is Wednesday? Yeah, by tomorrow, Friday.
Okay.
But back to the case here now. There were so many people. I'm not sure how many people depressed in Trinidad, but I know in America, everywhere you turn, is depression. A guy sing a song in Trinidad, maybe you're too young to know this one. Shadow. The crying tongue is pressure. Some call it, some bawling, some don't want to cry, but they're bawling pressure.
Yeah.
That's 1974, somewhere there. Right? But that was an expression that everyone is going through something and you need to alkaline the blood. When the blood is alkaline, you can now come out of your state of depression because the body can do it on its own. That's where we're talking about. People are suffering from cognition, memory loss, the inability to focus, extended motor. They cannot even move properly. You got people today are struggling just to think straight. They can't even formulate, like you might say to them, such and such, and they cannot comprehend it. Because of the brain neurostrophic factor is a protein for survival and function of the neurons. In order to exert neuroprotective effect in depression, you must alkaline the blood. You must clean the system out. You see, when you suffer from a dysbiosis, an imbalance in bacteria in your gut, what you literally taking place in your body from a mild fatigue to a life-threatening disease. So some people believe that stuff from the garden, the lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium, cannot put you back in a state of strength where the immune system could start defending itself. Well, for you not to believe it, you got to not believe in life existence, because when you're born and you're born healthy, you had a strong immune system. The only thing that you need to find out is how I revive it back, how I get it back, or how I restore, or how I renovate it and get it back into the place it's supposed to be. That's why each person that, when they say, wait a second, eat your food, if you don't eat, like the expert tells us, we're starving, and if they don't eat enough nutrients in the body, they will get sick and die.
Right.
How could you tell me if you don't eat enough nutrients in the body, you will get sick and die? And when I talk about if you put enough nutrients in the body has the ability to heal itself. Then somebody says, wait a second, you're talking junk science, or we never hear about this, and you resort to antibiotics, which in America killing 15,000 people every single month.
Right.
Prescription drugs. People die from it, literally die. More people are dying from chemotherapy than the cancer today in America. The chemo alone is killing them before the cancer could kill them. And everybody laughing, like if it's a joke.
No, but that's a serious thing, you know. I have seen cancer patients who have done chemo. The chemo, like it has drained the life out of you.
Everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing. That's why people are depressed.
I would never do that if I were to be diagnosed with cancer. I don't think I would opt to do chemo. Chemo look like it's just kill you.
For me, I cannot let people misunderstand, because I have no authority to tell somebody not to take chemo. They're your business.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was sick with cancer, I refused the chemo, and I refused the surgery. I went all in and very hard. When I know that Dr. Richard Cutler says the more of the antioxidant you put in the body is directly proportional how long you're going to live. It's the same thing with your neurons in the brain. It's the same thing with all sickness in the body. You have to take care of the body. And that's why I come on every Wednesday with this little 15 minutes extending it to come and learn from my podcast as I teach topic after topic, and it's all for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I know you do the podcast and you give the information for free. Now, you're saying that once the body is alkaline, I want to make sure that I get this correct. Once the body is alkaline, depression is less likely?
That is correct.
How is one linked to the other?
Because when the body is alkaline, it destroys all the pathogens and the dysbiosis that comes to your system. For your system, when the body is healthy, it means from head, shoulder, knees, and toes, the whole entire body will be healthy. Every single person that is sick, when the body is acidic, it destroys the hippocampus and the serotonin in the brain. That's why you need B6. So if you're lacking B6, your body is going to be acidic. If you have enough B6 in your system, it means that you have enough brain food in your system.
Okay. Because I would have thought that depression is more a mental thing than you know, like...
Right. The mental came about not because of the tragedies or whatever situation in your life. It is because of the stress that builds up the acidity contents in the body.
Right. Because
that's why you need... Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm seeing here, right? Because what you're saying making sense, because I am seeing here, there are different symptoms that come with depression. There are emotional symptoms, behavioral symptoms, physical symptoms, right?
Yes.
So depression is something that really affects like all aspects of the human of the human body, from the mind goes straight down to the body. Sadness, emptiness, hopelessness. You're irritable. You lose interest in things. You get anxiety attacks. You feel guilty. You feel overwhelmed. It affects your sleep pattern as well, which does affect. I mean, the less sleep that you get affects you on a daily basis in a negative way. That can lead to fatigue and low energy and things like that. But in terms of the physical aspect of things, I think aches and pains are part of depression as well, and even sexual dysfunction. So it's something that affects you in a very wide range of things. Yes?
That is correct. You could do this entire program. I could call it Dr. Stefan right now.
Oh, no.
No, you have it good because everything is steady on target. And you know what is amazing me, Brother Stefan? Everything that we talk about is today's world now is readily available for you to find the information.
Right.
It's nothing that you speak about and you have to go in a library like like Professor Clumps or Dr. Doolittle and search up the internet to see if you can find what that man talking about.
Right.
Everything is readily available. That when you eradicate chronic inflammation, dysbiosis from your system. You ever hear to talk about brain food? When you have a stroke, what is often said, enough nutrients did not go to the body, or lack of nutrients, or lack of oxygen didn't get to the brain.
Get to the brain, yeah.
So, yes, the brain itself is part of the body that needs to be functional.
Correct.
And when you have the right balance in your system, your body can help protect your brain cells from cell death and protect the brain from cognitive dysfunction and well-structured changes in your life. That's what it does.
Right.
Right. You just name it. I'm not going to go over it again. Sadness and hopelessness and all the different stuff. You're in a state of depression. But when the system, have you ever noticed in a family, they have this loved one that get lost in terms of death, and the same sadness overcomes somebody, and one person in the family can't take it to the point whereby they start to suffer from depression.
Yeah.
And another person handling it like, wait a second, what's wrong with she? How she operating so like nothing happened?
Right.
Because the body is much healthier and the ability to cope with failure, the ability to cope with loss, the ability to cope with with disappointment. That's why when your system is healthy, you could discipline the disappointment.
Right.
Because the disappointment will come your way, but you have the strong ability to fight it off.
To fight it off.
One of the things I learned from Les, I learned very early when I had cancer, was to live a stress-free life. That I cannot do nothing with whatever the event take place, and I gotta continue living. And you know something, as my body transformed, I realized that I don't suffer from stress or depression no more. I am good.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna take it on. Like somebody might call me and say, here's what people get depressed for sometimes. The package supposed to come yesterday and they didn't see it and they call panicking. But panicking is not going to bring the package faster.
Yeah.
You have to look for a solution, call the people, track the number, do whatever the case may be, and understand what it is. Yelling and screaming on the phone is not going to bring the package.
Yeah, it's not going to get anything done. Yeah.
It's not going to get anything done.
Yeah.
I was looking at the IPL, and Pandey, the guy who was the captain of Mumbai, and they were doing bad, and he told the reporters, he said panic and the press is not going to help them. They got to find a way to come out and win games.
Yeah.
So he was saying it. He's from India, a young guy. He really cool. If you ever look at Pandey, he's really cool.
I know you're talking about, yeah. Well, Pastor John, I mean, you got the product, and well, we're just out of time, but I want to remind people that you could WhatsApp Pastor John. You could either message him or call him, and that number is 1-516-286-7079. That is 1-516-286-7079. WhatsApp him, try the product. I will be getting the sugar blocker, or the rest, my next set of sugar blocker, before the weekend is out, and I'll be back on that. But Pastor John, you know, I want to thank you for joining us, giving us your time this morning. And people, get in contact with him today, 1-516-286-7079. If you're suffering from depression or any other type of disease, you could always connect with Pastor John, and you can have a conversation with him. And he does have these Zoom classes where he gives information absolutely free. Pastor John, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless.
So that's Pastor John on the inside. And as we prepare to go to the break, I just want to remind you guys about Open Minds. So Open Minds Education, imagine a school where your child can achieve academic success and discover new passions, all from the comfort of your home. Open Minds Education, they offer quality online learning for preschool, primary, and high school students, covering the full academic syllabus to keep your child on track. And they don't stop there. With Open Minds, your child can develop skills in music, sign language, jiu-jitsu, gaming, PE, and even movies. So get in contact with them today. Enroll today at www.openminds.education. You can also call them on 388-6635 or 377-6635. We take a break. When we come back, we wrap things up. Stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
I retired in 2002. When I retired, my pension was $1,000 from NIS. When Mr. Bissessa came into power in 2010, my pension rose to $3,000. Now I'm hearing PNM say, if you have money saved, they could take away your pension. I can't wait to vote UNC again. When UNC wins, senior citizens like myself win.
That was a paid political advertisement.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. I remember you. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga.
She said she know me got a girlfriend. And so
Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
Brace yourself for the 3rd edition of Jazz and Wine, a soulful musical experience that is more than jazz. On Sunday, April 27th from 4 p.m., featuring the pianist known for his dynamic stage presence and passion, Dane Goulston, and his live band. Master saxophonist Pedro Lazama, captivating violinist Andre Donowa, the powerhouse vocals of Paula Salandi Green, Kevin Humphrey, and local recording artist Nisa. Also center stage, the dynamic musical ensemble Freetown Collective. This event is definitely more than jazz, creating unforgettable memories. Sunday, April 27th at the enchanting Outdoor Garden Theater, Queens Hall, from 4 p.m. Tickets available at Java Nation, Queens Park East, and online at islandetickets.com or call 737-2373 to arrange delivery. Jazz and Wine. Miss it? No way.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
All right, so we're back, people. We got a few birthdays to get to. Don't forget, immediately following the repeat of this program, you're going to get that powerful word from the Christian Union Church, located on Saddle Road in San Juan, corner of Bagatelle and Saddle Road, to be exact. And you can join them for the Sunday morning mass, man. All right, got to say good morning to Pastor Dave Donation. All right, just on the houses to it, Al-Rawi, I just need to mention this. One of the callers mentioned that the houses on stilts because it's probably a flood-prone area. Well, if it is a flood-prone area, at least they've been proactive in putting it on stilts, with the expectation that, well, not the expectation, but with the understanding that if there is rainfall and there is flooding that takes place, at least the homes are, it up in the air, on stilts. Al-Rawi did say there was room for expansion and so on and so forth, but that'd be up to the homeowner. All right? But, it's low-income houses. So we'll see how it works out for the people, but, boy. All right, so we got some birthdays here. Let's get to that. Look, we have a birthday now coming here from Cindy Samuel. Yeah, that one? Oh, that was there already. Okay, no problem. Here we go. Good morning. Would like to say happy birthday to my sweetest, kindest, most amazing grandmother, Linda Friday. Friday is the last name, right? Well, I hope it so. I hope it's in. I want to say happy birthday to my grandmother, Linda, on Friday. But Linda, happy birthday to you. Coming down from Jarrell Bentic. All right. Oh, it's 4 birthdays I have now? What's going on here? I just saw 6. All right. Also, greetings to you and your staff. I would like to send happy birthday to Gloria Nanan, who will be celebrating her birthday on Thursday, the 17th of April. That's tomorrow. We wanted to know that we all love her and wish her the best. May God bless her and keep her safe. This is coming from all her brothers and sisters, her children, grandchildren, husbands, nieces, and nephews. Thanking you in advance for your assistance. No problem. We got to bring that one back tomorrow, fellas. The birthday is tomorrow. All right. Hi, Stefan. I would like to wish my sister a happy birthday. She turned 9 years old. And my brother and my grandmother are fans of your show. And so is my sister. So I would like to wish her, I would like to wish my best friend from the start a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, 9 years old. We did not get your name though. We just know that you are the sister that turned 9. I know it is not the one in the white top with the color. It had to be one in the purple. But we don't know which one it is. All right. Which one of them look 9 there? The one in the middle? The one in the middle. I'll go with the one in the middle. Oh, good. And finally, good morning, Stephen. I would like to wish my daughter, Nikayla John, a happy 11th birthday, wishing her a wonderful day and many more wonderful birthdays to come, coming from her mother, Alicia, her aunt, Allison, uncle, Cristiano, grandparents, Rita, and Kenny, father, Christian, and grandparents, Christine and Wayne. All right, so happy birthday to you, Nikayla, and do enjoy your birthday. So with that, people, we are out for today. Tomorrow, Chef will be in the building. We're going to wrap things up for the week on Holy Thursday. I guess some hot cross buns will be in full effect. And I train in it. I can eat one. One and good. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So, and the best hot cross buns, I'll get them a free plug. You see Bread Basket? Bread Basket on Robert Street? That bakery is the best hot cross buns, partner. You can't beat it. They can't beat it. Nobody can beat that. It's the greatest. A matter of fact, I'm going to buy my 6-pack today. Yeah. All right. So, because we are running until the end of May. Until tomorrow, people, enjoy the day. We out.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.